hustle. Baseball. The game lives here. This is Pioneer League. Watch on home TV.
Good afternoon and welcome to Glacier Bank Park for Pioneer League Baseball, and for maybe the first time ever, Scott Gladstone is not in the booth. I am Patrick Kelly. I'll be on the call today. Scott is doing the duties of the in-stadium host, and right out the gate we've got the national anthem teed up, so we're going to go to commercial break, but we'll be right back after this for Cars Day at Glacier Bank Park.
This is Johns Manville, built on experience, guided by people who believe every detail matters. We manufacture commercial roofing systems with purpose, combining performance, protection, and long-term reliability. From the science behind our products to the trust earned on every job, we focus on what lasts and what comes next. Steady leadership, proven performance. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park for Pioneer League Baseball on Cars Day. Made it just in time to hear play ball as we come back in. First pitch from Aiden Elfring is fouled straight back. Your starting pitcher today, as a matter of fact, is Aiden Elfring. 5.79 ERA and 60 2/3 innings pitched. He's walked 18 against 52 strikeouts. Batters hitting .321 against. That pitch misses away. Fouled back again. Count goes to 1-2. The last time I was on the mic was an Aiden Elfring start in Billings, Montana against the Mustangs. Had a solid outing that day. Was trying to get through 8 innings of scoreless ball. Came up just shy of that, but it was a really solid start. Another pitch fouled straight back off the net. Ogden wearing a uniform that is dangerously similar to the Missoula Paddleheads paintball uniform, I call it. It's sort of a tie-dye affair. This one into center field. Ashworth drifts over and makes the catch. 1 away. That'll bring up Dylan Wilkinson as Chase Valentine flies out to center field to get this thing underway. Pitch misses off the plate. Wilkinson batting .316. That pitch in there for a strike. Caught at the very top of the zone at 86 miles an hour. Fouled our direction. That was pretty close to the booth if there was no net, so dodged that one. One-two count here on Cars Day. We'll go back into a little detail on that Ogden uniform as that pitch misses down and in. I guess it's supposed to be a tie-dye type jersey. It's got red and blue and white over gray pants with a blue helmet. That bat is destroyed, and the pitch is fouled down the first base line. Fielded by Brock Vandenberg, and he tosses it to a fan who brought their glove over there on the berm. That one in on the hands, and just a little piece of the bat. You can see on the replay. So we'll do the 2-ball, 2-strike pitch to Wilkinson again. Wow, the situation got even more colorful as he brings out a teal bat and watches the first pitch go by to make it 3-2. So now you've got the tie-dye uniform, the navy blue helmet, the gray pants, red socks, and a teal bat. As that pitch is on the ground, over to second, long way for Beard. He fields, but cannot come up with it. Keeps it in front of him. He was going to have to attempt a spinning throw. He's able to keep it in front of him, but unable to come up with it to make a throw to first. So Wilkinson is at first. That'll bring up Carmine Lane from the right-hand side of the batter's box. Batting .398 on the season. Takes the first one in there for a strike. He has 21 doubles, which is a lot of doubles, but it's not the most on the Ogden Raptors. That was Chase Valentine with 31. But 21 doubles on the season. .482 on base percentage. This one popped up and foul and into the beer garden, where a fan is crawling under a table. I believe he has retrieved the ball successfully. Didn't bring his glove, would have been easier. Count is 0-2, runner on first. Pitch is chop foul, a little check swing. Wilkinson leads off of first. Elfring brings it home. This one fouled off. Of course, it's Cars Day here at Glacier Bank Park, so the Range Riders are wearing a bespoke Cars uniform. It's got Lightning McQueen on the front, says Ka-Chow on the back. It's black with some stars at the top and then goes into sort of a golden gradient. This one is fouled off towards the berm. It's coming in hot, and a one-handed attempt made by a fan who can't get it. But it ricochets off the rocks, falls right at his feet. He picks it up and gives it to a kid. So, all's well, it ends well. White pants for the Range Riders. Black hats. Pitch is in. It's to right field in the air. Jake Millen's over there. He's got a bead on it, and he makes the catch. 2 down now. It'll be GRR batting next for the Ogden Raptors. Batting .397. A lot of high averages on this Ogden roster for sure. Swords at the first pitch. It's in there for a strike. His bat matches the helmet, so it's not really a navy blue. It's actually a little bit more of a royal blue, but the bat and the helmet are the same color, then a different shade on the uniform. That pitch is high and away for a ball at 92. It's just kind of interesting to see that much color over gray pants. Black cleats in this instance. Another ball fouled off, this one onto the roof. It's a fun-looking Cars jersey for the Range Riders. Black hats, its black top goes into that sort of gold gradient. It's really stripes. It says Glacier across the front, which is fun. And then there's a huge Lightning McQueen pickoff attempt to first. Pretty good, not in time. Wilkinson able to get back. Wilkinson hopping around over there on first now. This pitch is fouled straight back. Pitch was up at 93 miles an hour. Wind drifting out mostly towards center. It's not a strong wind. That pitch down and away, 85 miles an hour, misses away. Offering checks on the runner at first, comes set at the waist. The pitch fouled off again. Feel like we have had a higher than average number of foul balls in this inning. Most of them not playable. They were on the roof, got a couple on the berm already. That's the place to be. Berm is already hopping here on Cars Day. A lot of kids out there, a lot of blankets. The pitch, the runner goes into center field. It's going to be a base hit. Wilkinson rounds the bag, heads to third. Ashworth brings it in, and now it will be runners on the corners with 2 out. And Colson Lawrence coming to the plate. Colson Lawrence, 17 home runs on the season. That's second, only behind GRR, who has 18. First pitch on the ground to short, fielded by Garner, to second to Beard, and they get out of it. They strand runners on the corners, and they get out of this thing. 0-0 going to the bottom of the first inning.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park. It's the bottom of the first. Kyle Ashworth will lead off for the Range Riders, and he has been one of the most productive players on the team this season. He's got an outrageous on-base percentage of .543 as he takes a strike. And he is one shy of tying the Range Riders' single-season record for walks. He's at 68. He takes that one for a ball, 1-1. Also batting .359 on the season. He's tied for the lead in doubles for the team with 14. Swung on and missed. Big cut there. Pitch was in at 88 miles an hour, down and in. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. Speaking of foul balls, I was talking to Kyle Spencer, assistant general manager of the Range Riders, in the break. And I was right. We did have an above average number of foul balls. It was 14 foul balls in the top of the first inning. Now just one in the bottom. Pitch misses away. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one swung on, pop foul. Over toward Tommy Rover, who awaits on deck. That pitch fouled straight back as well. On the mound for Ogden today, Parker McMahon. Bozeman native, actually. They didn't have a high school program at the time, so he played American Legion ball. Made his way through the college ranks. Played some NAIA ball as well. Now an Ogden Raptor. That pitch, a called strike 3. It was off the plate inside at 91 miles an hour, but not challenged. It's very early, very early. Be a tough time to use a challenge. But did miss inside, and that'll bring to the plate Tommy Rover. Batting from the left side. That pitch was in there for a strike. Rover batting .274, but he does lead the team in RBI with 46. Swung on to center field. It's going to be down for a base hit, and the Range Riders have a runner on base with 1 out in the bottom of the first. And up will be Brock Vredenberg, who is just a giant man. He's just a huge human being. He's batting .333 on the season. He hasn't been here the whole season, and yet he's pretty close to the top of the team lead for home runs. That pitch taken for a ball. He has 5 on the season. Leader on the team is Jake Mellon, who has 10. And then you've got Tommy Rover and Logan Beard at 7. And then Donovan Ratfield and Vredenberg with 5 each. Rover leads off of first. The pitch from McMahon, swung on, fouled straight back. Bounces off the padding and back towards home plate. Parker McMahon on the season, 8.67 ERA in 27 innings of work, 26 earned runs. 15 walks to 25 strikeouts, batters hitting .315 against. This one to right center field, deep and gone. A home run for Brock Vredenberg. We just talked about that home run total on the season. He was at 5. He inches his way up the leaderboard with his 6th home run of the season. This one with Tommy Rover at first. So the Range Riders out in front, 2-0 here against the Ogden Raptors. That pitch was high at 90 miles an hour, right over the middle of the plate. You don't want to miss to a guy that size, high and middle. He just smashed it to one of the deepest parts of the park, 414 feet. That pitch in there for a strike did just catch the corner at 84 miles an hour. To Jake Millen, the aforementioned team leader in home runs. This pitch swung on hard and missed. Millen, maybe the most Cars looking so far at the plate. His gloves are red. His elbow armor on the right arm is red. His shin protector on the right leg is red. Matches the Lightning McQueen on the front of the jersey. This one in on the hands and looped over to short. Fielded by Valentine, and Millen is out. So that'll bring up Carson Garner, who also is matching very well. Instead of the red accents that Jake Millen was sporting, he has all black accents with the exception of his batting gloves. Can't really tell what color those are, but his armor is black. That pitch is in there for a strike. Garner on the season, .286 batting average. He's one of those grouped in there with 7 home runs. He's also walked a lot, second on the team with 52 bases on balls. That pitch in there for a ball, speaking of. 1-1 count to Garner. Nobody on, 2 out. Check swing. Called the ball. No appeal. It was just a little baby check swing. Garner also using a sleek, glossy black bat, which pairs nicely with the uniform. That pitch called the ball. Very close. Hitters count now. McMahon fires. Swung on down the line to third. Fielded by Lane. Over to first base. And Garner is out. But the Range Riders with a Brock Vredenberg home run, a 2-run homer, put them ahead 2-0 as we head to the top of the 2nd inning.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park. Range Riders lead 2-0. First pitch in this top of the second inning is a ball from Aiden Elfring. Vakwa swings and loops it over into left field for a base hit. Fielded out there by Collins. And there's one on to start the top of the second. Didn't even have time to introduce Vakwa. Garrett Vakwa. Over on first base. Now Cole Jordan at the plate. Pretty big lead over there by Vakwa. Pitch in there for a ball. Garrett Vakwa, 384 batting average. 497 on base percentage. He's drawn 24 walks on the season. Pitch called a strike. One home run, 9 doubles. That's in 32 games played, which is not quite the full complement, but pretty good numbers in that amount of time. Pickoff attempt over to first base. Vakwa gets back in under the tag. Swung on, headed to the berm, and it's hot. Off the landscaping at the top, it plinkos down, and a kid in a red hat and a green shirt makes a diving attempt, but unable to come up with it. There's another kid in what looks to be black top, green shorts, is able to get into the fray and come out with that one. Elfring comes set, brings it home, and there's another one headed that direction, but it's not going to get even to the dugout. Fredenberg made an attempt at it, but it drops harmlessly foul. Johnny Letzo, the catcher today. He also made an attempt at it, but it just kind of landed in no man's land over by the batter's circle over there. Swung on, hit to third. Rover dives, can't make the play, and it's out to Collins, who fields. The runner, Vakwa, will have to stay at second. So now there are 2 on, no out here in the top of the second. As Cole Jordan is able to poke one over there into left for a base hit. Brings up Hank Dodson for the Raptors. Squares the bunt. It's down. Elfring fields. Goes to first. The sacrifice is successful. The runners both move over. But a solid play by Elfring to field cleanly and have a nice throw to first base. So now there's 1 down. Vakwa moves to third. Jordan to second. That'll bring up Tyler Gannis. For the Raptors. Gannis on the season batting .315, which is pretty low for this Ogden Raptors lineup. The batting averages are so high. He too squares the bunt. It's a high chopper. Elfring fields, throws to first. The run will score. The out is made. So you don't see it too often. I mean, I guess technically a sacrifice squeeze to some degree. Didn't have the pressurized, it wasn't the bottom of the 9th or anything, but it's still a sacrifice squeeze nonetheless. Elfring fielded that one. It bounced so high that it really bought a lot of time for Vakwa to make his way down the line. And so Elfring really only had 1 play. It was at first, he made it. Gannis is out. Jordan moves to third. Vakwa scores. It's 2-1. This one fouled off just above the bullpen, or the dugout of the Raptors. Skipped off the net, off the top of the dugout, onto the berm. And there's another foul ball over there. Chase Valentine at the plate now. 0 for 1 on the day. Swings and misses at that one. Jordan over on third. Elfring's pitch in the dirt, scooped up by Letzo. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on third. Swung on, chopped foul. Down the third base line. Into the bullpen. Going to be a little bit of a pause here as the pitchers are all in the dugout in the early portion of the game. So there's nobody down there to scoop that one up. So players got to run down, field it. Now this ball in the air to short, and Garner makes an over-the-shoulder catch for the put away, and the Range Riders do allow 1, but they still lead 2-1. We'll be right back.
In 1858, one man's ingenuity sparked a legacy. When Henry Ward Johns set out to rethink roofing, he built something that would last. That spirit carried forward in 1901, when Johns joined forces with Charles Manville, creating Johns Manville. For more than 160 years, through challenge and change, innovation and resilience have defined who we are. Today, backed by Berkshire Hathaway, Johns Manville is trusted in the commercial roofing industry, with systems built to perform.
Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park. I'm Patrick Kelly, standing in for Scott Gladstone, who for the first time in 230 Range Riders home games is not in the booth. But I can tell you he is having the time of his life down there as the in-stadium host today. Just got an entire crowd involved ka-chow, which is exciting. That pitch misses low and away. Yeah, Scott's having a blast down there. He had a game, red light, green light, a couple of kids and the mascots involved racing. That was super fun. That pitch popped up and right over our heads, foul. Oh, I was waiting for the thunk, but it must have cleared the building. It was towering pop foul from Carson Horning. Facing Parker McCann, Bozeman native. That pitch foul, tipped. So it'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes to Horning. Horning batting .300 exactly on the season. He has 14 doubles, tied for the team lead there. Also has a respectable 34 walks drawn, on-base percentage of .423. The 1 ball, 2 strike, no out pitch. Up and in at 91 miles an hour to bring the count even. Swung on and missed. And Horning is down swinging. And that'll bring up Logan Beard, who homered last night. Beard on the season. Batting .282. It was his 6th home run. On the season. That one swung on and missed for a strike. This one swung on and fouled straight back as our foul ball parade continues. Can't see the Swan Range today. Bit hazy out there. That pitch was up and away, and it's called a strike. Logan Beard is down looking on a pitch that missed slightly away at 92 miles an hour. So it'll be Drew Collins batting .262 on the season. He has 28 starts, 44 appearances this season. On base percentage of .361. Batting from the left side. Check swing. At a pitch that missed. High, it's a ball. This is a mix and match in terms of the colors. He's got red batting gloves, but black armor. Pitch swung on and fouled to the other berm that I can't really see. The third base berm, pretty tough sight line from up here, but I see some kids scurrying around. I'm not sure what happened with it, but it's a foul ball. So red batting gloves, black shin guard, black elbow guard for Collins, who watches a ball. But the guys are doing a pretty good job. That's another one of those shiny black gloss finish bats. Pretty solid look. Another foul ball. This one straight back and into the net. Yeah, Scott's having the time of his life down there. High energy. He's having a great time. He's leading the games. Red light, green light was super fun. The mascots did not win. A kid who may have been 3 was the champion of the contest. That one straight back up the middle. Almost got McCann. Was almost fielded by Valentine. Instead, it rolls all the way out to Lawrence. And Drew Collins is on first. That'll bring up today's starting catcher, Johnny Letzow. Letzo. Got it. Big lead over there from Collins. We'll see if it gets checked on. He did not. Pitch is in for a strike. The wind I talked about earlier is almost non-existent now. The flag barely moving out there in center field. There's the pickoff attempt. Does not get him, but it was a big lead. A little bit of a cat and mouse game. Maybe he didn't check on him intentionally, just to put him at ease, and then goes with the quick pick attempt. Collins unperturbed, though. He gets that huge lead again. Does get a look there. There he goes. The pitch is high. The throw to second is also high and not in time. So Collins in there with a steal of second base after a bit of gamesmanship in the first couple of pitches of this AB. So runner in scoring position for Letzow. With 2 out, facing a 1-1 count. That one did just barely catch the corner. Up and away at 83 for a strike. Collins with a more conservative lead off second. Nothing too crazy. The pitch is swung on and missed. So the Range Riders able to get one in scoring position, but none across, and we'll go to break. We'll be right back.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park. The Range Riders got one in scoring position. Drew Collins had a base hit and then stole second base, but he was stranded there. But the Range Riders do lead 2-1 over the Ogden Raptors. As Aiden Elfring from the windup. First pitch, caught the corner, the inside corner, at 92 miles an hour. This one in there at 84 miles an hour. Just caught it's a great pitch, 84 miles an hour, and just dotted the corner. So Wilkinson down 0-2 in the count here. Fought that one off. It was a ball by a lot, but it was at 93 miles an hour, and he just had a stay alive swing there. Wilkinson 1 for 1 today. That pitch swung on and missed. That was not quite a sword. It was almost a sword, but it's a strikeout either way. And there's one down. And Carmine Lane steps up with one out to face Aiden Elfring. That pitch missed up and in, 79 miles an hour. I do love having the strike zone, the TrackMan. That one's called a strike. Didn't need TrackMan for that one. 92 miles an hour, well placed. But it just changes the way you consume the game and interpret the game. That one misses down and in, 86 miles an hour. Another foul ball. This one off the net and into the Raptors dugout, and then it takes a hop into the camera well over there. So it'll be interesting if the guest services attendant over there goes and retrieves the ball and tosses it to the berm, because right now it's just sitting there. This ball into right field. Millen in on a jog, makes the catch, and Lane is out. And two gone here in the top of the third inning. Gio Farrar up now. 1 for 1 on the day. Takes the first pitch he sees from Aiden Elfring at 93 miles an hour, but high out of the zone. Swing and a miss at a 92 mile an hour fastball up and in. Another fastball. This one pretty close to middle, just slightly above middle at 93 miles an hour. 1-2 count now. In on the hands and fouled to the berm. All the way up on a landscaping. Plinko's down, a kid with a glove, able to field it cleanly like a ground ball. Well done. Bring the mitt. Slashes at this one. It was a 93 mile an hour fastball high, and it's fouled straight back. Wind's picked up a little bit. Drifting towards center field, I guess really blowing out to the left, but it's just a gentle breeze. And this just a gentle swing that loops this one into center field for a base hit for Gio. So now there's a runner on first. for the dangerous Colson Lawrence. Not a huge lead over there by Farrar. Pretty huge swing by Lawrence. Missed, and it's a strike. Alfring checks on the runner at first. Brings it home. Misses away. It was nice to see a steal during Cars Day. I would have been very disappointed. I should have hit a ka-chow. Actually, I should have said Drew Collins doing his best Lightning McQueen impersonation. Ooh, that was a good pitch. 78 miles an hour and froze Lawrence. And drops in there for a strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gio on first. The pitch from Elfring. Swung on and missed. 93 miles an hour, high heat. And it gets the Range Riders through another scoreless frame. We'll be right back. Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
Innovation has always been at the core of Johns Manville. From advanced testing labs to real-world job sites, we rethink what roofing can deliver. Through science, precision engineering, and decades of real-world experience, we engineer commercial roofing systems that deliver lasting performance. At Johns Manville, innovation means listening, learning, and building solutions that meet today's needs while preparing for what's next. This is progress with purpose.
Welcome back to Cars Day at Glacier Bank Park. I'm not going to, last year my thing was I always talked about the clouds. That was my thing. Every game I would mention what was happening with the cloud activity slash sunset activity. The first pitch swung on and in the air to center field from Ashworth. Drifting over is Lawrence and he makes the catch. So 1 down very quickly for the Range Riders here. But I had my sort of recurring things. I love to talk about the sunset. I like to talk about the alpenglow on the mountains. And that was my thing. Today, it's sort of been talking about how fun it looks like Scott Gladstone is having on the field as the in-stadium host. He is just having the time of his life. Had another race there. It was Dizzy Bats. It's just really, it's actually fun to watch him have that much fun. As this pitch is called a ball. Was pretty close. But ultimately, it's a ball to Rover, and it's a 1-0 count with 1 out. This pitch in there at 82 miles an hour for a strike. But yeah, Scott is down there leading these games, just having the best time and doing a great job. We've got some videos coming up about cars for the in-stadium experience as this pitch also to center field from Rover. And in a similar fashion, Lawrence drifts over and makes the catch. So now 2 gone fairly quickly for the Range Riders. That'll bring up the giant, Brock Vredenberg, who went yard to the deepest part of the ballpark his last time up, 414 feet out to right center field. This time he just lays the bat out there and dribbles one over to second. And a very quick inning for Parker McCann as Vredenberg is out at first, so we'll race right back to break.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park, where we just played This or That in the inning break. And if you don't know, there's two pictures on the screen. This pitch is swung on and missed. Huge cut by Garrett Bavakwa. But the game is This or That. They put two pictures on the video board, and the in-stadium host asks, do you prefer this or that? And you get a cheer. That one skips in for a ball. And they showed up, the last one was, do you like one Cars character or another? It's sort of set up to where the second one is always the one the crowd cheers for. That pitch in on the hands and looped foul onto the other berm, and I can actually see it. A kid with a glove and a Huck L. Berry jersey, the purple Wednesday jersey. Caught it on the hop. Well done. So the last one was a picture of Ogden, and then a picture of Radiator Springs. Down the line, just fouled off. The last one was a picture of Ogden, Utah, and a picture of Radiator Springs, and he said, who prefers Ogden? And to their credit, great interaction from the Ogden Raptors dugout. Everybody in the dugout cheered. They were the only ones in the stadium as that pitch is swung on and just scraped foul. Oof. Credit where it's due. Good job by the Ogden Raptors dugout and the interactive cheer from when they showed Ogden. And then, of course, Radiator Springs was the champion. When they showed that picture, everybody cheered for that one. That one on the ground. Logan Beard charging in. Fields on the hop. Throws to first, and he makes the out. So now one down. As Cole Jordan steps up. 1 for 1 on the day. Beard had to range a little bit and then take a little bit off that throw because the throw brought him over towards first base. This pitch swung on and missed by Jordan. Solid outing so far from Aiden Elfring. He's at 60, a little over 60 pitches. Ooh, that one did miss. It fooled me. The ball on a strike. And now 2 strikes as that one is swung on and missed by Jordan. Pretty good vibes here at Glacier Bank Park. Good crowd. See a lot of the Cars jerseys already out there. Punched out, looking. A solid pitch at 92 miles an hour. And Jordan watches it go by. This one was tough. I don't know if, I guess he just thought it was gonna tail away from the strike zone, but he dotted the corner at 92. Really solid pitch for the strikeout. This one fouled off by Hank Dotson. Don't know that I got to Hank Dotson's line. Previously, he's batting .286 in 32 games. Watches a strike. And it's quickly 0-2. Swung on and missed. And Elfring continues to work his way successfully through this very powerful and pesky Ogden Raptors lineup. And gets through another one scoreless. We'll be right back. Need a space that offers both a place to dine and an area to mingle in style? Book the Hideaway and Corner Suite at Glacier Bank Park. You and up to 50 guests will enjoy full catering services in the Hideaway, and incredible mountain views and comfortable furnishings in the luxury Corner Suite. This versatile combination offers a space to dine and a place to relax, creating the perfect arrangement for guests looking to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park. Jake Millen will lead off for the Range Riders, wearing his thematic red and black attire to match his Cars Day jersey. Team leader in home runs with 10 on the season. Swung on and out to center field. It looks like it's going to drop, and it will. A base hit, a leadoff base hit on the first pitch he sees for Jake Millen. And that puts a runner aboard for Carson Garner with nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Yeah, starting to talk about the vibes at the stadium. The berm is filled up a little bit over here. The one that I can see, the other one I can't see quite as well. A lot of Cars jerseys. That pitch misses down and into Garner. The line over at Sweet Peaks is starting to form. Not too bad, but a lot of folks getting ice cream on this warm summer day. This pitch to left center field into the gap. It gets down. Millen rounds second, and it bounces over for a ground rule double, which kind of cost the Range Riders because you got to think Millen was going to be able to come around and score with as far as he had made it. But instead, he'll be stuck at third with the Garner ground rule double. Nobody out. And Carson Hornan coming to the plate. The first pitch Hornan sees is a strike at 90 miles an hour, down and in. This is probably the most pressurized situation, leverage situation so far for McCann today. That pitch misses away. 1 ball, 1 strike. That pitch swung on and missed. So 1 ball, 2 strike to Carson Hornan. 2 on. Nobody out. Down the left field line. Up onto the terrace. Skips through. I see a kid racing. I'm not going to be able to see if he gets it, but up onto the terrace. Good little group outing going on over there. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 on to Hornan. Watches that one go by at 82 miles an hour in and off the plate. Hornung swings and just gets the tiniest piece of it to stay alive. Hornung with the white cleats and matching white batting gloves. He's got black armor on the right elbow as he bats from the left side. Watches that one go by. It's called a strike. He challenges. It was an outcome-defining challenge, but he's going to lose it. And the Range Riders are down to one challenge for the remainder of the game. That one was 91 miles an hour, and I don't necessarily blame him because it did just barely catch the corner. And, you know, in that spot, it would have, if he's right, he stays alive. It changes an outcome, but it was a strike. Logan Beard to the plate now. Swung down the line, fielded at third, across. The throw is high, he's off the bag, and he's safe. Everybody had to hold on the play, but Logan Beard hustles down there. The throw was high. Wilkinson was pulled off the bag, and now the bases are loaded for Drew Collins. The ball bounced off a lane. He didn't field it super cleanly, but everybody had to freeze. And then the throw was high, which allowed Logan Beard to get in there safely as this one was fouled straight back. And now this is certainly the most high leverage situation so far for McCann. Bases loaded, one out. 0-1 count to Drew Collins. McCann comes set at the waist. On the ground to first, off the glove of Wilkinson, and it gets through. It's into right field. Millen comes around to score. Collins into second. Garner also comes around to score. Logan Beard to third. And it's a one-out double for Drew Collins that scores 2 runs and adds to this Range Rider lead. And that will bring up Johnny Lutzow. So Millen scores, Garner scores, Beard to third, Collins to second. And now a mound visit. Nobody up in the pen. So McCann hadn't exactly cruised through the game, but he was having a really solid start. Still is, really. It's 4-1. It's not, this thing is not out of reach by any stretch of the imagination. But he's kind of cruising along, and this is the first trouble he's really faced today. As home plate umpire Rob Minters had enough of this little meeting. Heads out there to break it up. And there is, I'm trying to figure out which coach that is. Number 36 or 34. Looked like he was shouting at a fan. Unfortunately, couldn't hear the interaction very well, but that was some kind of stern language directed at what appeared to be somebody in the stands. Anyhow, runners on second and third. Lutzow sees the first pitch in after the quick chat, and it's fouled into the seats on the first base side. Bounced off the dugout. And a guy with a huge beard and a Range Riders Sunday camo jersey secures it. So 1 out, runners on second and third. It's Collins and Beard on base right now for Johnny Lutzow. Watches that one go by for a strike at 90 miles an hour down in the zone. Swung on and sliced into the rocks on the first base side. Ping pongs around. So Lutzow will see another 2-strike pitch. This one also fouled off. Hits the net. Stays in play. There's an Ogden Raptor jogging down to retrieve it. So there'll be a slight pause here. On the ground to second base, the infield was in, so the runners have to hold, and it's tossed casually by Jordan over to Wilkinson for the out. So that'll bring up Kyle Ashworth now with 2 outs and 2 aboard. 1 shy of tying the Range Riders single season walks record. And with first base open, they can kind of pitch around him because he's also been dangerous with the bat. So they've got a little bit of wiggle room on how they approach this. Breaking pitch in there at the top of the zone, 82 miles an hour for strike 1 to Ashworth, who was 0 for 2 on the day. Swung on and fouled to the third base berm. Quickly 0-2, 2 out, 2 on. Parker McCann has got to feel pretty good if he only allows 2. He was in a bases loaded jam. 2 did get across on the Collins double. The pitch to Ashworth. Inside for a ball at 93 miles an hour. But yeah, for McCann, if you can get out of this thing only surrendering 2, you got to feel pretty good about that because the inning started in pretty bad form, then got worse, and now he's almost through it. The pitch to Ashworth in the dirt. Stopped by Dotson casually. So that brings us to a 2-ball, 2-strike, 2-out pitch with 2 on to Kyle Ashworth. Watches that one go by at 82 miles an hour, and it does miss inside, and the count will go full. Potentially 1 pitch away from the single season walks record. Swung on, back up the middle, it gets through. 1 run is in, they send the runner, it's Collins, he will score from second, and a 2-out, full count. Base hit right back up the middle, scores 2, and the Range Riders tack on a couple of more to pad that lead. That was a nice at-bat. Going down 0-2 very quickly, works his way back to full. He's walked a million times. He waits on a pitch. It was a good swing. It was going to be a strike. It was 90 miles an hour, down and in, and he poked it right back up the middle to score 2. This one from Rovers popped up in foul territory down the third base side. It's going to be on the berm. Takes a huge hop and will be fielded by a kid with a glove. Another one. Bring the glove, folks. Bring the glove. It just helps immensely in terms of the foul balls. But a great piece of hitting from Ashworth there. Absolutely clutch. He's played so well, has an outrageous on-base percentage. And he does it again. He just does what he's got to do to make the play. Pick off attempt at first base. Not in time. Ashworth back under the tag. As Tommy Rover will face an 0-1 pitch here. Batting from the left side with Ashworth on first. That one high at 89 miles an hour and misses. Tommy's got some pop. He's one of those grouped in there with 7 home runs on the season. That pitch missed down and away at 84 miles an hour. He's also the team leader in RBI going into the game. With 46 on the season. Pretty big lead over there from Ashworth. Doesn't get checked on. Down the line, but it's going to be foul. Caught in the bullpen by whoever is warming up down there. Can't really tell. But a good snag by the righty in the Ogden Raptors bullpen. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs to Tommy Rover. Ashworth leads off of first. Swung on down the line, the third base line. Long run, and a slide was made by Gannis, but it's a foul ball after all that. Couldn't really tell. I think it might have landed on the terrace. So he had absolutely no play at that one, but he still made the slide. I respect it, you know, playing all out. Big lead by Ashworth. The pitch to Rover. Misses low. And for the second consecutive batter, we've gone from well behind in the count to a full count. Rover with the, I believe Tommy was rocking the tall socks earlier in the season. He's got the long pants today. Ashworth goes from second. This one looped into left field, and Gannis is over there, and he makes the out, but critically, the Range Riders have my definition of the big inning, which is 4 runs. Of course, Scott goes by 3 runs is defined as a big inning, but they get the big definition of a big inning, and they lead 6-1. We'll be right back.
At Johns Manville, it's always been about people, the people who design the systems, the people who build them, and the people who depend on them to perform every day. That's why we approach commercial roofing with care, collaboration, and respect for what's at stake. Because every roof protects more than a building. It protects people, livelihoods, and peace of mind. That's the responsibility we stand behind. Johns Manville Commercial Roofing Systems.
Welcome back to Cars Day at Glacier Bank Park, as the Range Riders have raced out to a 6-1 lead with a huge bottom of the 4th inning. 4 runs scored. The first pitch from Aiden Elfring in the top of the 5th inning here is in there for a strike. 83 miles an hour, just dots the outside edge. That one misses down and away 84 miles an hour. The batter is Tyler Gannis, who made the last out of the 4th inning on a Tommy Rover fly ball down the line. That one missed. 2 balls, 1 strike. Elfring at just over 70 pitches so far. That one in there for a strike. Evens us up at 2 balls, 2 strikes to Gannis. Gannis also made that hustle slide on the play that on a ball that landed on the terrace, I believe. I can't really see it from here. This ball from Gannis into left field. Towering fly ball. But the catch is casually made by Collins, and 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning. So that'll bring up Chase Valentine for the Ogden Raptors, rocking the tall red socks. This one to center field. Ashworth is back, makes the catch, and now 2 down. In the top of the 5th inning here. And if my count is right, it's 2 outs and 4 pitches. Solid, solid. The very first pitch is out to Ashworth, and it's like a replay. Dylan Wilkinson flies out the center, and a very quick inning for Aiden Elfring on 6 pitches. It's 6-1 Range Riders. We go to break.
Range Riders fans, Glacier Bank Park offers a variety of suites to accommodate groups of all sizes, from small gatherings to parties of up to 65 people. The balcony views and exclusive services create a premium experience for celebrations, reunions, and outings of all kinds. Enjoy the convenience and comfort of your private space, breathtaking Montana scenery, and high-level action on the field, while our dedicated hospitality team creates an unforgettable experience for you and your family, friends, or business associates.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park. Your Range Riders lead 6-1 over the Ogden Raptors. Brock Vredenberg bats from the left side. Watches the ball go by. 1-0 count. We had the Simba cam during the break, so a lot of folks holding their kids up as that ball skips in there to make the count 2-0. That one misses away, so 3-0 very quickly. As there is a right-hander warming up in the bullpen for the Ogden Raptors, but McCann trying to work his way through this. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Brock Vredenberg. So there will be a runner on for Jake Millen with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th. Aiden Elfring has had a really solid outing. He's around 77 pitches or so far. That one in there for a strike at 88 miles an hour, just dots the corner. But against this Ogden Raptors team, you'll take every single run you can get. So good sign getting the leadoff runner aboard quickly. And now sort of your power center of the lineup between Vredenberg and Millen and Garner. So you'd love to see him tack on a couple of more here for a bit of a cushion. The 1-1 pitch is fouled off. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jake Millen. Vredenberg with a conservative lead over there on first, gets checked on by McCann. Down the third base line in the air and lands atop the Range Riders mound in the bullpen for a foul ball. That's a tricky one. You got to think Gannis is as hard as he tried to get the one that ended up on the terrace, you got to think if the mound is not there, you might be a little more enthusiastic about going after that one. But it is tough. You got to watch out for that thing over there. He stays away, and Millen stays alive with a foul ball. Chopped kind of straight back and into the net. So we'll do the 1-2 pitch all over again. Our last a pitch down and into Millen. Our last we had Toy Story Day. Of course, that was kind of Jake Millen's day. His nickname is Buzz. I actually have a picture we've seen of him in full Buzz Lightyear attire. So he was more fitting on the last theme day. Right now he faces a 2-2 count, swings and misses for strike 3. So Carson Garner up now. Oh, and this looks like it's going to be the hook. As Evan Parker makes his way to the mound. Yeah, Evan Parker confirmed. So I don't have the backstory. But the last time Evan Parker came out for a mound visit, he was clearly shouting at somebody either in the stands or in the Ogden dugout. So I got to believe the most likely scenario was that it was somebody in the stands, but he was hot. This time, more casual stroll back to the dugout. As the Ogden Raptors have a new pitcher in the game. These outrageous uniforms don't have a number on the front. I believe it's number 38, Dylan Gardner. Big righty. I say big, but everybody's big compared to me. Let's check the facts here on how big he is exactly. Dylan Gardner, number 38, right-handed pitcher. Yeah, he's big. He's 6'5", 210. So my instincts were right on that one. He's from Meridian, Idaho. On the season, Dylan Gardner has a 7.04 ERA in 38 1/3 innings of work. He's struck out 38 and walked 31. Batters hitting .250 against. So, initial vibes on that is he's the kind of guy that's kind of tough to hit, but he does walk quite a few. So he'll face Carson Garner now with Brock Friedenberg over on first base. With one out, the first pitch from Gardner. From Gardner to Garner. Is a ball. Carson Horning waits on deck. Swung on, fouled off the net. Evens it up at 1-1 strike. So can't quite close the book on Parker as he's responsible for Vredenberg over there on first, but a pretty solid outing all in all as that pitch is swung on and missed by Garner to make the count 1-2, 1-2. Six runs, potentially 7 if Brock comes around to score. But in the Pioneer League, it's pretty solid. We had a score last night as that's a check swing. The appeal to first, he did go, and Garner is set down. So Carson Horning will come up to the plate, but as I was saying, 6 runs from your starter. Not so bad in the Pioneer League. We had a score last night. I'll get to it at some point, but the Idaho Falls Chuckers scored about 1 billion runs last night. I think it was over 40. I should pull that up because it was an outrageous game, and it sort of conveys how good the outing actually was from Bozeman native Parker McCann. The pitch to Horning is watched for a ball. So I'll tempt fate and try to change some tabs around here, so I can track down exactly how outrageous that score was last night. The pitch to Horning, chopped super high in the air. It's fielded by the shortstop. The throw across is in time, so a good play by Valentin. And the Range Riders got Brock aboard quickly, and then nothing doing from there. It's 6-1, Range Riders. We'll go to break. Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park. Range Riders lead 6-1. Aiden Elfring still on the bump. His first pitch of this inning is swung on and missed. High heat, 92 miles an hour above the zone. So we can close out the book on Parker McCann. 4 1/3 innings of work, only 4 earned out of those 6 runs. I forgot about the error on the play at third over to first. The throw pulled the first baseman off the bag, allowed Logan Beard to get in there. So there was an error, but 4 earned. We'll take it any time. That ball's in there for a strike. It's an 0-2 count now. That one just misses up and away. But to fully paint the picture, 4 earned through 4 1/3, pretty solid, especially when you consider there was a Pioneer League game last night that was 40-18. The Idaho Falls Chuckers scored 40 runs. How demoralized are you if you're the Great Falls Voyagers? You feel like, hey, listen, guys, we're going to put up 18 tonight, and we're going to lose by 22. That's brutal. That pitch was fouled off. This one is in there for a ball. 2-2 count now. The Carmine Lane. On the ground between third and short. Tommy Rover made a dive at it, but it squeaks through all the way out to Collins and left. And Lane is at first with a leadoff single. That'll bring up Gio Ferraro-Nar, and he sends it right back up the middle. So base hits on back-to-back pitches. And now there are 2 on and nobody out. Parker McCann had his first sort of high leverage situation in the last couple of frames ago when the bases were loaded. Ended up allowing 2 earned in that inning. This increasing leverage situation for Aiden Elfring as that pitch misses up and in at 92 miles an hour. So he's in the mid-80s on his pitch count. There is activity in the Range Riders bullpen. The pitch is in and it's high. To make the count 2-0 with 2 on, nobody out. Can't really tell who that is warming up down there. This pitch swung on and missed. Big cut there. To make the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Swung on and missed. And Elfring has battled his way back to 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the count goes full. This is an important pitch right here. This is an important pitch right here. You do not want to go bases loaded with nobody out. And we'll do it again anyways, as that one is fouled out of play. That pitch was an 84-mile-an-hour pitch on the outside edge. It was a good one. It was fouled off, as is this one. This one fouled straight back. And Elfring has surpassed the 90-pitch threshold. Trying to find that punch-out pitch here with a full count. Doesn't get it. It's a walk. And they're loaded. With no outs, a 6-1 lead. And Garrett Bavacqua coming to the plate. Now we've got this is going to be it. This is going to be a pitching change. Tank Pratt makes his way out to the mound, shakes Aiden's hand. It was a really solid outing. Really solid outing, really cruised along. Gets a nice ovation from the crowd, well-deserved. Cruised along. This is the first bit of sort of big trouble he found himself in the entire game. Now somebody else is going to have to work their way out of it. And it's going to be Gavin Johnston for the Range Riders. Who inherits this jam. I'm not even going to read his line. It's not enough information for it to be usable at all. He's pitched 1 inning so far. And in that 1 inning, it did allow 2 earned, struck out 1, walked 1. But that's such a limited data set. It's completely pointless to even reference it, really. But this is a pretty big jam for him to try to work his way out of. Comes in with the sacks full of Raptors and nobody out. Facing Garrett Bavacqua. Bavacqua 1 for 2 on the day. And he's made contact every time. No strikeouts. He singled to left. And his first at-bat grounded out to Logan Beard. On his next at-bat, tries to lay down the bunt on the first one. Sort of a stabbing attempt by Bavacqua. It's fouled straight back. So the count's on 1. This time it's a full swing, but it's the same result. Fouled straight back. And quickly to 0-2. Johnston comes set at the belt. The pitch. Swung on and drilled into center field. It's going to get down. But the runners had to hold for such a long time, only 1 run will score. It'll be Lane scoring from third. So 1 out is made, but 1 run is scored. On the base hit by Bavacqua, who now stands at first base. That'll be Cole Jordan to face Johnston with the bases loaded. Pitch in there for a strike. Dots the corner. That's about as close as it gets, but it is a strike at 82 miles an hour, down and away. That one just misses. Tried the same pitch. Jordan singled the left and then struck out. 1 for 2 on the day. Swing and a miss for strike 2. In the air to left. Drifting back is Collins. Way back and gone. So it's a grand slam for the Ogden Raptors. As that thing was very high off the bat. Wasn't sure it was going to be able to get out of here, and Collins drifted over sort of casually because it was so high in the air. He just kept going, and so did the ball. And just like that, we are tied at 6, and it's a whole new ball game. Hank Dotson now watches the ball. So a Cole Jordan grand slam ties this thing up. That pitch is swung on and missed. 1-1 count. Whole new game now. Well, we just start over, and it's a bummer because Aiden Elfring, again, had such a really solid outing as this one is on the ground off the end of the bat to Johnston, who throws to first, and there's an out. So that's the good news. There's now 1 out in this inning. Better late than never, but sure would have loved to have seen a little dribbler to the pitcher instead of a towering grand slam to tie this thing up. But there's 1 out now. The first pitch to Tyler Gannis skips in for a ball. Fouled off over behind the ice cream, the Sweet Peaks ice cream stand, way over there. This one into right center field. Millen in pursuit. He's not going to get there. It bounces. It goes up off the wall. Fields throws to Beard, who makes the cut, and it's a 1-out double for Gannis. As he tries to work his way out of this inning, which has been a long one. And definitionally, the big inning for sure for Ogden. Brings up Chase Valentine. Watches the first one high, 91 miles an hour. Pitch, swung on and in the air to center field. Ashworth drifts back, makes a play. It feels like he's made 3 or 4 times today. Makes the catch, and Gannis tags and moves over to third, but there are 2 down now. In the top of the 6th inning. Now Dylan Wilkinson will step up in the left, from the left side. Face Gavin Johnston. The first pitch. Outside for a ball. Popped up. Garner drifting back, but he's called off by Collins, who makes the catch. It was a little tricky, but he got there. And finally, the inning comes to a close, but we'll head to the bottom of the 6th, all tied up at 6. We'll be right back.
Glacier Bank Park is just so beautiful. The absolutely stunning views, the facility that we have, we're just very fortunate.
This is a place where people can gather throughout the community. The location of the park itself is centrally located within the valley, and as such, it keeps everybody coming from all the different municipalities throughout the valley, and really it's just a hub for the community to meet.
My favorite thing about coming to the ball field is seeing old friends, seeing the beautiful complex, and the staff, how friendly they are. They greet us with friendliness, and the seats are awesome.
We also get to connect with folks as far away as Boston that are here on vacation that actually want to come to a ballpark because I talk them into it because that's how special it is.
So we come to socialize. We love our group and we just have a really good time. Of course, we like watching the game too. And we like to win.
At Johns Manville, what we build starts with who we are. We are people champions, listening first, putting customers and teams at the center of every decision. We're driven by passion, always going the extra mile, always pushing ideas further. We perform, setting higher standards, delivering stronger results, and creating lasting value. And we protect our people, our customers, and the world around us, today and for generations to come.
Welcome back. The first pitch to Logan Beard is a called strike. To start the bottom of the 6th inning. Watches that one go by for a ball. So yeah, Aiden Elfring cruising along, got into a jam, and in the blink of an eye, kind of like we talked about, this game is tied as that pitch is fouled off. Down the first base side, it'll get into the, onto the roof. Thought it might land in the seats, but or did it? Hard to tell. It goes into the shade over there. Swung on and missed by Logan Beard. He strikes out. So it'll be Drew Collins with 1 out now. Score tied at 6 in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch just barely missed down low at 91 miles an hour. That one called a ball. Very close. I just saw the hot dog of the homestand, which is the barnyard down below us. Man, somebody's got that. That pitch is down the line and fair for Collins as it heads to the corner and he heads to second base. He'll stay there with a stand-up double right down the line. 103 miles an hour off the bat. It was a pitch at 92 miles an hour and in. And I think that thing hit right on the stripe. Just barely stayed fair, but it's enough to get him over to second base. And that'll be Johnny Lutzow with a runner in scoring position. That one fouled off. It dribbles out to the pitcher, but it was off of Lutzow. Lutzow. Interesting on the pronunciation. I haven't called a game with Lutzow, so that one's on me. But the Valentine one for Ogden is a little bit more confusing. I'll get to why in here in just a second after this pitch to Lutzow, which is on the ground to third base. Fielded cleanly by Lane. Collins holds at second, and Lutzow is out at first. As for pronunciation, you get the pronunciation guide from the Raptors, which is super handy because they got some names. They got Bavakwa, Caden Knipe. They've got Stancato as Ashworth comes to the plate, Kyle Ashworth. Salta Formaggio, but they don't have Valentine listed on the pronunciation guide, so it could be Valentine. I've gone mostly with Valentine, I think. That pitch misses. It's Kyle Ashworth with Drew Collins on second. That one in there for a strike at 93 miles an hour. One ball, one strike. Kyle Ashworth in the dirt. To make the count 2-1. Collins with a conservative lead over on second. As Ashworth awaits the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and back up the middle. This is going to score Collins. It's into the gap. Ashworth is around first, and he too will be in with a stand-up double. And the Range Riders retake the lead 7-6 on a 2-out double by Kyle Ashworth that followed the double by Drew Collins. So that's a good punch back. That's a good punch back after you have really cruising along through this thing. Going to the last frame, up 6-1. All of a sudden it's tied. Some clutch hitting there again by Ashworth, who continues to be one of the most productive members of the Range Riders. Just finding a way to get it done, whether it's walks, base hits, doubles. He can really do it all. A little occasional pop as well. So great show. Now it's Tommy Rover batting from the left-hand side. Swing and a miss to Tommy Altuve. Brock Vredenberg waits on deck as Tommy Rover watches a ball in the dirt that gets away, and Ashworth will scoot over to third. Dotson unable to glove that one cleanly, and it skips over towards Brock, who had to kind of jump out of the way. So Dotson could scoot over and retrieve that thing. Ashworth makes his way over to third. And now the pitch into Rover. Swung on and chopped foul over toward the Ogden Raptors bullpen. The pitcher who's forming the wall to protect the pitcher had a bobble. I think it would have been ruled an error if that ball was in play. He didn't field it cleanly. But he did the job. He kept it from hitting the catcher over there, who's warming up a righty. The pitch to Rover is a cold strike at the very top of the zone. Not challenged, and it is a strike. So the Range Riders punch back. They do tack one on. They get Ashworth all the way around to third. But the frame ends with the Range Riders leading 7-6. We'll be right back.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park. The Range Riders lead 7-6. Here in the top of the 7th. As that first pitch is in there for a ball. To Carmine Lane. Ooh, that one just barely missed low and away. Lane flied out to right twice, then singled on a ground ball to left. Watches that one go by for a strike. They played a video in the break there where the players were asked who their favorite Cars characters were. Check swing, called a strike, almost challenged. Lane reached up and then didn't commit to the challenge. But it was close. The count is 2-2. There are 2 balls, 2 strikes. To Lane from Johnston. Popped up on the right-hand side. Millen drifts over, makes the catch. 1 down. So there were some interesting answers to the who's your favorite Cars character in the video from the players. Carson Garner said Cruz, which I'm not sure is actually a character. I think he meant Ramon. I think that's who he's talking about. He's talking about the lowrider. I think, right? Ramon? Isn't it Ramon? I don't know. I'm not sure who they are, but I'm not positive Cruz is a character. Oh, it's Cars 2, I'm being told. Okay. So he went with it was a deep cut. Okay, that pitch fouled off. A lot of Luigi answers. Yeah, Luigi strikes me as a glue guy. Just somebody who's good for the team, good for the vibes. That one's popped up. Headed to the berm, perhaps. On a hop, Brock made his way over there, but it was just too far. And it skips onto the berm. Of course, a lot of Lightning McQueen. Well, he said okay, so I'm seeing a picture now of Cruz. Cruz is a Cars character, but it's Cars 2. As this one is into right field for a base hit. For Gio. So he'll be at first base. So Cruz is a character, but Cruz is not purple. And he said Cruz, the purple guy. So I think Ramon from Cars 1 is purple. It's tough. I'm not sure. But so at least one questionable answer. Yes, Ramon is the purple car in the first one who has the hydraulics. So he meant Ramon. He said Cruz. But in his defense, Cruz is a Cars character as that one is fouled off. Out of play by Lawrence. Colson Lawrence today. Grounded into a fielder's choice, struck out swinging, and then walked. Pick off over to first. Nothing doing. But yeah, a lot of Luigis. couple of toe maters. Julian Sauger went with Frank, which was interesting, as that pitch is swung on and missed. Logan Beard went with Chick Hicks, quote, because he's a winner. And then he stared oddly into the camera. It was great. It was honestly one of the better answers. Logan Beard maybe playing the heel a bit there, you know. Just trying to get a rise out of the crowd. Pitch to Lawrence. Skips in. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gio Ferraro over there on first. Similar to Ferrari here on Cars Day. It's not, it's Ferraro. But this ball popped up, skied to second base. Logan Beard calls everybody off. He drifts back in and makes the catch. So Lawrence is retired. Tank is halfway out to the mound. He pauses and then resumes his walk. So we'll have a pitching change. Don't need the number on this one. I know this guy. That's Jacob Hasty. The sneaky athletic lefty. Begins his warm-up. He'll enter the game with Gio Ferraro, not Ferrari, on first base. Jacob Hasty on the season, 7.96 ERA, 26 innings pitched. He's struck out 34 but walked 31. Batters are just hitting 267 against. So it's one of those things where I remember being in the booth last year and you could almost tell very early on what kind of outing Jacob Hasty was going to have. And if he's able to locate that low 80s breaking pitch that he throws, if he's able to locate that thing, look out. Because there were nights when that pitch was virtually unhittable. And we saw it inning after inning after inning of scoreless ball from Hasty last season. This season, a little bit of a struggle with command at times. That's led to that sort of, and there have been some big innings that have sort of inflated that ERA, so he's pitched better than that ERA reflects. But if he's able to locate that 82, 83 mile an hour pitch that he just dots corners with, he's really, honestly, dominant. Also had one of the more fun innings of the season last year when he made 3 really increasingly athletic plays in a row coming off the mound. It was hilarious. It's just because when you look at him, he doesn't look like, oh, this guy's going to be super fleet of foot and agile. But he'll surprise you. He'll surprise you. He's a good fielder. I believe I referred to him as Maddox-esque at one point last season. Greg Maddox, of course, the record holder for Gold Gloves for fielding as a pitcher. But he enters the game and will face Garrett Bavacqua, whose name is on the pronunciation guide, with a runner on first. Swung on, chopped first. Play made by the coach over there. I think that's Evans over there now. Yeah, so that's Evan Parker on first base. Fields barehanded, doesn't yell at anybody. A W all around. The pitch from Hasty in the dirt. 88 miles an hour and away. The yelling at thing was a callback to earlier in the game when I couldn't tell if he was yelling at a fan or somebody in his own dugout, but he was definitely hot at that point. So he's cooled off now, made a nice one-handed, barehanded play on a foul ball. That pitch misses. Above the zone at 89 miles an hour. I'm not sure what happened there, but it got past Lutzo. I feel like that's got to be a pass ball. Yeah, looked at the replay there. That's got to be a pass ball. So Ferrar scoots over to second. It's just a strange looking play, honestly. I was confused for a second because it just got by him. This one fouled off. Makes it a full count with 2 outs. Tying run over there on second base. The pitch from Hasty. Swing and a miss. A huge strikeout from Jacob Hasty to escape this inning with the lead. The Range Riders lead it 7-6. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Cars Day at Glacier Bank Park. Brock Vredenberg will lead off for the Glacier Range Riders. New pitcher in for the Ogden Raptors is Kyle Lewis. His first pitch misses away at 90 miles an hour. This one misses away as well. Kyle Lewis, 6.52 ERA coming in. 29 innings of work. The 2-0 pitch. Swung on and popped up. Does not look like it's going to get out of play. It's not. It is caught by Lane on third base, and Lewis gets the out of Vredenberg. Boy, it stings. Vredenberg got a lot of pop. Range Riders holding on to that 1-run lead here. Finishing out Kyle Lewis's line, 6.52 ERA in 29 innings of work. He's got 27 strikeouts to 21 walks. The pitch to Millen. He watches it go by for a strike, middle, 81 miles an hour. Batters are hitting .320 against Lewis. Swung on and drilled down the line, and it'll get into the corner. Millen headed for second, bounces around. He'll be in with a stand-up double as Bavakwa gets it back into the infield. So now the Range Riders, with 1 out, have a runner in scoring position, and Carson Garner stepping up to the plate. Garner lined out to short, then singled on a line drive to left, and then struck out swinging. 1 for 3 on the day so far. Millen takes his lead on second, gets checked on. The pitch from Lewis to Garner is watched. Called a strike. 82 miles an hour. Not that far off the plate, but off the plate. Called a strike. This pitch he did not watch go by. He drills it into the gap. It's deep into the gap, and it's gone into the gap. 407 feet at 102 miles an hour. Carson Garner hits a home run, drives in Millen and himself, and the Range Riders on Cars Day lead it 9-6. That pitch could not possibly have been more middle at 81 miles an hour. And Garner turned on it and drilled that one over the Carlisle sign out there in left field to tack on a couple of what feel critical insurance runs for the Range Riders, as it's 9-6. When it was tied at 6-6, I definitely should have made a Route 66 joke of some sort, but we had just given up a grand slam to make it. If we had come back and tied it at 6-6, I feel like we're on Route 66 would have been okay, but that was a tough inning to go there with that joke, so it didn't. But here we are now with the Range Riders with a 3-run lead, helped by the 2-run Carson Garner long ball. And now it'll be Carson Hornung from the left side. Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed. 91 miles an hour all the way to the backstop. One ball, no strikes. One out to Hornung. Swung on, and this one's in the air. Everybody's converging on it. Nobody's called for it, but eventually Valentine, I'm gonna go with Valentine, makes the catch, and Hornung is out. Loganbeard steps into the batter's box. It's really one of the better walk-up songs on the Range Riders, in my opinion. I Need a Dollar. I believe it's Dollar, but I went with Dollar. Swung on and missed. 0-1 count now. 2 out, nobody on. Range Riders lead by 3. That one's in there, and it's quickly. 0-2, that one was 92 miles an hour, right? Slightly up and away, but it was a strike. Swung on and missed, and Loganbeard strikes out, swinging. But the Range Riders are able to tack on 2 more runs on the Carson Garner long ball to make the lead 9-6. We're through 7. We'll be right back.
Numbness and tingling in the hand can make you lose your grip. Hi, I'm Dr. Nate Fogel. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and hand specialist here at Logan Health. Repetitive actions can lead to a condition called carpal tunnel. Left untreated, these symptoms can interfere with your daily life. Our fellowship-trained hand surgeons offer patient-specific care to help you regain control. Here's to getting a grip on life.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park. The Range Riders lead the Ogden Raptors 9 runs to 6 here in the top of the 8th inning. It'll be Jacob Hasty returning to the mound after getting a huge strikeout with a runner in scoring position. And his last thing at work, that first pitch is in there. That's kind of what I was talking about. When he's able to locate on the outside edge, he's really solid. That one was at 87 miles an hour, down and away for a strike. That one misses low at 86. Yeah, I mentioned I saw the hot dog at the homestand passing by earlier, but didn't tell you what it was. The hot dog at the homestand is Hasty Deals in the dirt for ball 2. This week it was an all beef frank topped with pulled pork, coleslaw, and a huckleberry barbecue sauce. Solid offering. That pitch over toward the berm. It's going to be up. Oh, a barehanded attempt off the hands into the crowd. Can't tell who came away with it. Too many people over there having a good time by the playground and the Sweet Peaks ice cream stand. I still think the firecracker has been my favorite one. That was the brisket burn-ins. Swing and a miss. As this at-bat ends for Jordan with a strikeout. Bit of a sword also. But yeah, the firecracker was the hot dog at the homestand during the Celebrate America 250 weekend. And it was a brisket burnt ends, essentially bratwurst. That was just fantastic. Really, really good. Barnyard dog, awesome. Can't spoil what the next homestand or hot dog at the homestand will be, but I'm sure it'll be exciting. So that pitch misses down and away at 87 miles an hour, just off the plate. Game day nachos this week were elk. That was unique. This one into center field. Ashworth makes his way in and makes the catch. And Dodson is out. Tyler Gannis to the plate now for the Raptors. Pitch from Hasty, swung on and sorted. That was almost that was like a check swing sword. That was in between. Didn't know whether to say check swing or sword. It was kind of both. Either way, it's a strike. That one a check swing, they appeal. It was not close. It's a ball. That one misses up and away. We do have some scores around the Pioneer League today we can check in on. I'm going to read you the Great Falls and Idaho Falls score here in a second, because that one is tapped foul. So it was 40-18 last night, Idaho Falls over Great Falls. They've really calmed down. It's the bottom of the second, so it's early. It's 12-7 in the bottom of the second. So if they hit 40 again, the odds of that are like getting hit by lightning twice in the same day. Pretty low, but it's 12-7 in the bottom of the second. So pitching is optional in Idaho Falls. That pitch misses away. It's the bottom of the fourth. Boise trails Oakland 2-1. Billings Mustangs squared up with the Missoula Paddleheads at 2 in the top of the fifth. Pitch from Hasty chopped foul. Red Pocket Mobiles getting blanked 4-0 at Long Beach, but it's only the bottom of the fourth. And the Modesto Roadsters and Yuba Sutter Freebirds haven't started. Gets pretty hot there, so they start a little bit later. Pitch from Hasty. Misses off the plate, and it's a walk. So Gannis heads over to first with 2 outs. Confirmed Chase Valentine. Talked to Kyle Spencer, assistant general manager. He's got some experience with Chase Valentine in his previous roles in baseball elsewhere. He knows who he is. So he's a great guy. And it is Valentine. And that is a ball. 89 miles an hour down and away. Looking ahead slightly for these Range Riders. As Hasty looks at Gannis on first, but brings it home. Swung on and missed for a strike. Range Riders will hit the road here. Head to Boise for what is sure to be a warm series, I would guess. Gets pretty warm out there in Boise. Great town. Down the first base side in the air. Millen running a long way, can't make the catch, takes a crazy hop and bounces around in the bullpen. The throw in is to Vredenberg, who cuts it off. Gannis holds at third, and Valentine makes his way to second. So it's a sort of an awkward 2-out double to keep this inning alive for the Ogden Raptors. Frustrating, it was soft contact, 72-mile-an-hour exit speed, and it was just in no man's land. It was spinning hard, thought it might go foul, but that spin made it shoot over to the mound. So Jake Millen had to navigate his way through the bullpen players, and there's a pitcher warming up, and climb the mound and get the ball fired back in time to Vredenberg, keep the runner. Gannis held at third. So the pressure increases slightly here for Hasty, with now 2 in scoring position. And Dylan Wilkinson at the plate. Swung on in the air to left. Collins is back. Approaches the track, makes the catch at the track, and for the second inning in a row, Jacob Hasty faces a little bit of trouble and gets his way out of it. The Range Riders into the inning with the lead, 9-6. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park. Range Riders lead 9-6. New pitcher in. His first pitch is a strike. It's Harper McClendon, one of the better relievers on this staff, 4.26 ERA. Only 6 1/3 innings of work, so I said that. before I get to the second part. 4.26, this is a small data set, but that's a good ERA. This ball chopped by Collins foul. And it's quickly 0-2. 6 1/3 innings of work. Batters hitting .296 against, so, small sample size, but solid. We'll see how it goes today. Collins has had a great game, honestly. This one fouled back, up and over the booth. Singled on a line drive to center. Doubled on a ball to right, and then doubled on a liner to left. Solid day at the plate. For Collins, as he watches that one for a ball. He's also driven in 2 of these 9 Range Raiders runs. Works his way back even after going behind 0-2. It's now 2 balls, 2 strikes. That one low, and the count is full. So definitionally a quality AB here from Collins. So he's got 3 hits and another quality AB, regardless of the outcome of this. He uses his timeout, composes himself, steps back into the batter's box after a deep breath. The pitch from McClendon. Swung on, popped to left field, shallow left field. Lane drifts back, sort of awkwardly, but he makes the catch. And Collins is out. So Johnny Lutzo makes his way to the batter's box. Struck out swinging, and he's grounded out twice. The pitch from McClendon misses inside. As you look ahead for these Range Raiders at home, talked about hitting the road to Boise. But the week that they come back, there's some good games. This one popped up. Wilkinson is under it by first base, and he makes the catch. Now there are 2 gone. Fairly quickly here in the bottom of the 8th. And now Kyle Ashworth, who's had another really good day, is up. He struck out to open the game, then he flied out, but he's had a single on a grounder and a double. As this was on the ground and through and past the diving lane. And he's now aboard with a 2-out single. So it looks like it's very unlikely at this point that we'll see Ashworth tie or break the Range Raiders record for walks this late in the game. Could happen. Would be great if it happened, because it means we'll have batted all the way back around. Ashworth takes his lead as Tommy Rover watches the first pitch to him go by for a ball. Yeah, when we come back from Boise, some good games coming up. August 7th, Star Wars is our next sort of promo night. That pitch is chopped toward Jackson Murphy, who gets well out of the way. Didn't note it, but Jackson Murphy hit the Brock Vredenberg line drive foul ball last night. X-rays negative, but he got out of the way of that one pretty quickly. That one in the air popped up, and that's going to do it as Tommy Rover pops out to second base. So the Range Raiders unable to add an insurance run, but they go to the 9th leading 9-6. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park on Cars Day. The Range Riders lead 9-6 here in the top of the 9th inning. It'll be Connor Housley to try to close this one out. His first pitch is a strike into Carmine Lane. Housley, a 6.75 ERA and 21 1/3 innings of work. 22 walks to 18 strikeouts. That one was in there for a ball. 1-1 pitch to Lane. Popped up. Vredenberg calling for it, drifts in, makes the catch. And there's one down in the top of the 9th. Gio Ferrar-Nar will face Housley now. As the line for Kids Race the Bases starts to form over there on the first base side. Pitch is in the dirt for a ball. Pitch from Housley. Taken high for a ball. That one right back up the middle, almost got a piece of Connor Housley. But it makes its way all the way out to Kyle Ashworth in center field, and Gio Ferrar-Nar is on first base with a 1-out single. So it'll be Colson Lawrence now to face Connor Housley. Can't tell. Okay, so we got a little bit of a pitch comm situation here. It appears that he just didn't have a pitch comm. It's not that he had a faulty pitch comm, it's that there was no pitch comm. So can't really say it was a pitch comm problem. It was the absence of a pitch comm that was the problem. But he gets that in his hat, climbs back atop the mound. And gets ready to face Colson Lawrence. That ball hit hard to right field. Millen takes a few steps back, then a few steps in, and he makes the catch. And there are two down in the top of the 9th. Garrett Bavacqua will face Housley from the left side on what has certainly been an eventful Cars Day. Of course, the Range Riders are looking to get this thing across the finish line. Housley to Bavacqua. In the air down the third base side, but foul. Got a good crowd reaction there. I'm not sure what happened. Can't see down that line. That one in there for a strike. That was interesting because Lutzo had to reach for it a little bit. Kind of fooled me. Maybe he was asking for it outside, got it inside, but it was a strike at 85 miles an hour. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Runner on first. The pitch from Housley. It was a ball. About a ball off the plate. Housley checks the runner at first, comes set at the belt. The pitch. Swung on the ground to Logan Beard, who will take it himself over to second base. And the Range Riders wave the checkered flag with a W, 9-6 here on Cars Day. So we got those insurance runs on the Carson Garner home run, which was exciting. But in the end, unnecessary. They did go into that inning with a 7-6 lead. They took advantage of a hot start when they got out ahead 6-1. They had the one rough inning where they gave up the grand slam that tied this thing up at 6-6. And then they punched right back with a run in the bottom of that frame, tacked on 2 more on the Garner home run where Millen was aboard. And so now I've got to figure out who our in-stadium host, voice, capital V, of the Range Riders, Scott Gladstone, is going to interview. And it looks like we've got Drew Collins. Of course, he's going to do it all the way turned up to 11. It looks like he's not going to have just one interview subject. Looks like he's going to go for a twofer here. So, Scott's got Drew Collins and Jacob Hasty all set for an interview, so let's send it down to the field to Scott Gladstone.
Let's join Scott Gladstone on the field for the post-game interview with Jacob Hasty and Drew Collins.
What's up, Range Rider fans? I'm here with Drew Collins and Jacob Hasty. Drew, you were a big part of the offense today. How did it feel just to be able to get a couple doubles down the line, be able to produce some early runs?
You know, it's always awesome to help the team win. Coming out here on a beautiful Sunday, you know, it's good to get a win before we go on the road.
And obviously, this is Cars Day. Lightning McQueen, you know, is the star. He's all about speed. You're a really fast player. Were you inspired by that a little bit, you think?
Maybe not as fast as him. I felt a little slow today, but it definitely gave us the motivation to play a little faster.
All right, I love it. Jacob Hasty, you came in, you got out of a jam there, got a strikeout, and then got out of another jam in the next inning in a scoreless frame. What does it mean to you just coming in, being that situational arm to be able to get out of some scoring opportunities for the other team?
Yeah, no, it was great. Great opportunity to go in there and pick up my guy. So he got the 2 outs. All I had to do was get 1. So.
And I know you got your mom and your grandma both in town this week. How much of a lift is it for you to see some family, have some support right here?
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we rarely get to see our family, and so it's a blessing that they're able to be up here and see this beautiful place, and it's great.
Obviously, heading on the road now, but finish out in a homestand here. You've been here for a year and a half. What does it mean to play in front of these fans, especially on a fun Sunday? We're about to see a ton of kids run the bases. People are bidding on your jersey. They're buying the jerseys you're wearing. What does it mean to play in front of the Flathead faithful?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, this is the best place to play for sure, and always bring the energy, and it's great.
Awesome. Well, ka-chow, you guys. Congrats on the win, and we'll see you in Boise in a couple days. Range Riders get the Sunday victory.
All right, well done, Scott Gladstone with his, I think that's our first 2-person post-game interview of the season. We'll send it to break now, but we'll be right back for a quick post-game show. But Range Riders win 9-6 on Cars Day. We'll be right back. Thinking about where to host your next office event? Book the indoor event space at Glacier Bank Park. With a capacity up to 145 people, our indoor event space is a flexible, year-round venue ideal for accommodating receptions, conferences, and holiday parties. The spacious layout boasts impressive stadium and mountain views, providing the perfect setting for guests to mingle, network, and celebrate. Book your office party today at glacierbankpark.com.
When injuries occur, it can feel like your goals are out of reach. I'm Dr. Karen Purser, an orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist at Logan Health. If you injure a joint, muscle, or bone, our orthopedics and sports medicine specialists are here to help. Our highly specialized surgeons, clinicians, and physical therapists offer innovative treatments and the latest minimally invasive procedures to help you recover and return to activity faster and stronger so that you can reach your goal.
Welcome to Magoo & Company, a third-generation family-owned business nestled in the heart of downtown Whitefish. We offer a dazzling array of diamonds, ethically sourced Montana sapphires, and captivating custom designs that capture the essence of Montana's natural beauty. From jewelry design and appraisals to cleaning, repairs, and gemologist consulting, your satisfaction is our priority. Experience the magic of Magoo & Company and discover the perfect piece to celebrate life's special moments.
Welcome back to Glacier Bank Park on Cars Day. The Range Riders able to drag this thing across the finish line with a 9-6 victory. It was nice to see on one of our fun different uniform days, get a W. That's always a good time. Great energy in the stadium. Scott Gladstone did an incredible job down on the field as the in-stadium host. Very, very fun. That was one of the more fun things for me to watch is, you know how good Scott is on the mic here in the booth. I don't even attempt to keep pace. I just try to hold down the fort when I need to, but it was super fun to watch him down there just having the time of his life, leading all the games, hamming it up, leaning into the cars bit. It was really fun, really great energy in the ballpark all around from the fans, from everybody. It was really, really fun to watch, but the players brought the greatest degree of energy. We had the Vredenberg early home run. He had 2 RBI on the day, and of course the Garner home run later that drove in himself and Jake Millen for a 2-run shot that added the padding. Drew Collins had a spectacular day. It was a great day for Drew Collins. 3 hits in 4 ABs, scored twice, had 2 RBI. Really good day from him as well. And Kyle Ashworth just continues to be a gritty production machine. 3 for 5, 3 RBI, actually led the team in RBI on the day. On the other side, you look at the day for Aiden Elfring. You could see how you could potentially call it frustrating. He gets through 5 innings. He allows 4 earned. So that's a good start. In the Pioneer League, where teams are scoring 40 at times, you will happily take 5 innings, 4 earned. It was just a little bit frustrating with the fact that he had left runners aboard, and then we had the grand slam, and the game was tied. But it made it more exciting when the Range Riders punched right back in the bottom of the frame to take the lead again. And then ultimately, the Carson Garner 2-run shot put it out of reach. And then Connor Howe, 2 pretty critical outings out of the pen. Johnston was able to come in, get through an inning and 2/3. Did allow 2 earned, but he got through that middle portion of the game. And then Jacob Hasty came in a pressurized spot with 2 outs. Got out of that jam, created a jam for himself a little bit by putting 2 on in the next frame. But he escaped that one as well. No earned against Jacob Hasty today. And then Connor Housley came in and had a pretty clean top of the 9th inning real quick. Well, he allowed 1 runner, but got through it. A fairly drama-free final inning of play. As far as the Ogden Raptors go, only player with 2 hits was Bavakwa with 2 for 5 on the day. Had 2 hits. Also, Jordan had 2 hits as well. So those were the only 2 bats that had more production. Cole Jordan for Ogden. And scratch that. Gio Ferraro, not Ferrari, had 5 hits. So scratch all of that. He had the best day, without a doubt, from the Ogden Raptors. Was on base constantly. But all in all, 13 hits for the Ogden Raptors. They continue to put the ball in play at a consistent rate. It's at times not necessarily the hardest hit balls. They just find spots. So it's a good vibe to finally get out of here with a W against the very pesky Ogden Raptors lineup on the day. For the starter for Ogden, had a really sort of quick first couple of innings for McCann. And then, of course, he got into a bit of a jam. He made it through 4 1/3, allowed 4 earned, which is pretty solid. There were 6 total runs, but 2 of those were after the error that allowed Logan Beard to reach. And then Gardner came in, only allowed 1 run, and then Lewis came in and allowed 2. But all in all, statistics aside, this day, we're happy to have a win, obviously, but what the day was really about is what we're looking at right now. I'm looking down out of the booth. You got kids lining up for Kids Race the Bases. We had the cars, custom jerseys. We had a lot of people in sort of different roles today, and we got through it together. Got to give a shout-out to the production booth over there, Vicky, Janelle. They always do a great job. Leighton on DAC, Ryan on music, Avery scoring. don't think I left anybody out. We got obviously Zach down there on cameras today. Congratulations to Zach. He heads off to school. This is last game of the season with us, but he's done a great job. Everybody really did a great job. Ryan Maines had to pinch hit. He did some of the on-field stuff before the game, getting everybody coordinated for first pitches and anthems. And if you see any photos on Instagram, since I was up here in the booth, they will have been shot by Ryan Maines. So that's exciting. But great job by everybody involved today. And I think it turned out to be a really fun and really successful Cars Day for everybody involved. It was an honor to get a chance to broadcast it. I don't get to do this super often. Love it when I do. And guess who just arrived in the booth?
What's up, PK?
One Scotland Gladstone. It's great to have you up here. I got to tell you, I just spent so much time in the intro to the postgame show talking about how fun it was to watch you down there, just having the time of your life. Now, I know you had to wear a black jersey. It's a great jersey, but it's a sunny day. How did you deal with the heat?
It was good preparation for Boise next week. It's not an air-conditioned booth. It is going to be triple digits, and it's going to be hot. I've been there before. That's the last time we were there. We clinched a playoff spot. Yeah, it's a tough place to broadcast, and it's hot on the field there, too. This is my first time down on the field during the game on a Sunday. It's hot down there. Players dealing with a lot.
Speaking of hot, last night, 40 runs scored by the Idaho Falls Chuckers. 40-18 was the final. Things have calmed down tremendously today. The score, it's in the bottom of the third inning. It's 19-10. Idaho Falls.
Pitcher's duel down at Melaleuca Field.
It's the slowest game of the year between these two teams. Okay, so that's super fun to have you back in the booth. It's the first time I think we've both actually been on the mic at the same time this season. So you were down there.
We're down on the camera, too.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. That's a good time. So, all right, take me through. You're down there on the field. The games were electric. Started with red light, green light. You had a little tiny kid, little tiny tyke.
No, we started with Fruit by the Foot race.
Fruit by the Foot, yes. Fruit by the Foot was the first race.
Yeah, that one's tricky because it takes a second to kind of figure out who's ahead.
Yes.
And they were different heights.
Right.
So one was hanging lower, and I thought the taller kid was ahead just because this was higher.
That's
right.
right.
And then the little kid came out of nowhere. He figured it out.
That's right. That one's hard to see from here.
Yeah.
So the first game I was really able to observe was red light, green light. Obviously, you had the little tyke dunk on the mascots, won the whole thing. Then I thought the video with the players, what was your favorite answer of the players saying their favorite walk-up or favorite Cars movie?
Logan Beard.
It was the best answer.
Yeah, I think that one got the best response. Like, I liked one that got an audible response from the people, and that one was fun. Jared Ingman's, of course, was pretty fun as well. He took a while to get there, and then I turned around and watched him in the dugout, and he was like mouthing the words. He knew what he was saying. He appreciated it.
That was my favorite one. When I shot that thing and he went into that, I wasn't exactly sure where he was going, and then he landed it. He did a great job. Logan Beards and the weird stare into the camera was priceless. That was excellent work. Some fun answers. We had a little bit of a discussion in the booth. Well, me, with myself, a discussion about, is Cruz a character? Because that was Carson Garner's answer. He said, I like the purple guy, Cruz. So here's the dispute. Cruz is a Cars character, but he's in Cars too. What he meant was Ramon, because he said the purple guy. The purple car is Ramon from Cars 1. But Cruz is a character in a Cars movie. So it was weird.
Listen, we're expecting these guys to watch film, on upcoming pictures, on their last games, everything like that. It would be a little bit too much to assign them Cars homework to watch the movie, but maybe we should have been watching that on the bus ride back from Billings. Like that probably should have been a bus movie at the very least. But we'll live and learn. We'll watch some Star Wars on the way back from Boise, I'm sure.
That's right, because August 7th, our next big promo night, August 7th, Star Wars night. It's going to be fun. We've got the Glacier National Symphony Brass Quintet for the anthem that night. It's going to be very exciting. We're also working on some other things we may or may not do with the symphony. Very exciting. May or may not involve walk-up songs. To be determined.
Yep.
Right now, while you stare down the barrel of a trip to Boise, that feels like it's a galaxy far, far away. But it's right around the corner when you look at it. It's our next home series. Also, August 8th, the very next night, the Braley family, lead singer of Trans-Siberian Orchestra, is going to be back. They did a spectacular anthem earlier in the year. It's got over 1 million views on Instagram. Him and his boys did it. This time it'll be the whole band. Mom will be involved, so very exciting about that. It's going to be a great weekend at Glacier Bank Park next time we're back. Any closing thoughts on your experience as an in-stadium host? Listen, I got to tell you real quick, a little background. I had the sword pinch hit yesterday. It was a scramble. It's way tougher. I knew it was tough. But one of my biggest problems in the booth actually last year was I look at you when I talk, and I had to look at the camera when I talked, and it was a totally different thing. And it just threw me off from the get-go, and I just never really got it back on track, if I'm being honest. But you went out there and just crushed it. What are your thoughts on the whole experience?
I mean, listen, I've spent 230 games.
Yeah.
Up here in this booth watching, and funny enough, I mentioned it on the broadcast last night that oh yeah, I wonder what watching from X, part of the ballpark would be like, and realized, well, I wouldn't know because I've never been down there. So it was really cool because I think it's important as a broadcaster. Sometimes you can feel so separated from the fan experience. And I went to Mariners opening day this last year. I'll go to more Mariners games, more maybe other minor league games, whatever. And obviously the Traveling Magical Show, we'll see if I can make that happen at some point this year. But I think the biggest thing is to just to walk around the concourse when baseball's being played. I mean, that's the most exciting part to me because I don't get the chance to do that here. And it's obviously, I'm super lucky to be able to sit into an air-conditioned booth and be able to be surrounded by all the tools that can help me transfer the game to the people that can't be here. But I mean, it's just awesome to walk around there. And I grabbed a couple foul balls and was able to give it to some kids that wore the Lightning McQueen gear. And so you make kids' days, you make families' days, you make people smile. Like that's just one of the best parts about this because I know I'm doing that when I'm on the broadcast. That somebody hits a home run, the way I call it might make somebody smile. But it's much more face-to-face and everything like that when you're able to do it person to person and kid to kid and interact with the kids on the field and they're just excited to be playing the game. They don't care about winning the scoops, ice cream or whatever like that from Sweet Peaks. So yeah, I mean it was just a blast and a fun thing to be part of.
Did you get a foul ball?
No. I kind of got snuck a couple foul balls.
Okay, because I've been to hundreds and hundreds of games.
That would have been
thought,
unreal if I would have caught a foul ball down there. No, you would have heard about it. I would have led with that.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say. Yeah,
a couple foul balls ended up in my possession, and I back-pocketed them to make sure to give out to the kids that showed up, and they knew it was Cars Day, and they repped their Lightning McQueen shirt, and the kids that went the extra mile, that was a big part of it.
To your point about the vibes of the stadium, that was one of my favorite pregame routines last year before games. So I would walk foul pole to foul pole to just get a sense of the energy of the stadium. And I did that again today, just, to be back in a comfort zone, so to speak. But in my new roles, I do get to be down there, and it is really special to be able to see a lot of the familiar faces and just get to say hi and thank them for coming out and just talk a little bit about whatever's going on. Hey, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Or, oh, this is awesome. Or, hey, maybe this or maybe that. And there is a real different energy on the concourse than up in the booth. I mean, I love the booth. Yeah. I've said it a million times. Most fun thing I ever did was sit in that chair and do color last year. It's just super fun, but there is a great energy about the concourse, especially on a day like today, Cars Day. Everybody's having a great time. I think it was super fun with all the Cars-themed games. We had some videos. It was a really fun day, and I'm always honored. I was very uncomfortable to sit in this chair because this is the captain's chair. And
as long as you didn't adjust the height at all.
I stood most of the game. I was pretty anxious, so I just stood. But, I sat on this side mainly because of all the technology that's in here that wasn't here last year. This is kind of where you need to be if you're running it. But it was a real honor. I appreciate the chance to be able to do it. And it was super, super fun to look out and watch you just having a great time. It was awesome. And I talked about this before you got in here. Great job to everyone in the production booth.
Yeah.
I feel like I mentioned everybody. You got to be careful.
Yeah, I mean, a special shout out to, we got a couple different members that it's their last day here. For the Range Riders, Zach and Carl, I believe both.
Carl as well.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
I can't say exactly where.
But part of the production and promotion team.
But about specifically Carl.
Yes. But they're on the team and they're very very solid contributors.
Yes.
Like they're nearly every night here. I mean, a lot of the shots that you see, the great shots that you see, is Zach's camera work, and he's been with us, and he comes with a smiling face and kicks butt, and same with Carl, just shows up and gives a great energy at what he does, and so we're really grateful to have them in as a part of our team, because sometimes you get shorthanded, people get sick. It's the summer, it's a smoky day, it's a smoky week here, and you gotta find a way to fill a lineup at every position when you only got 9 active players. So we made it work.
Yes, it was a little bit of a scramble, but the beauty of it is the show went on and it was super fun. And everybody was involved. I talked a little bit about Ryan Maines doing a bunch of new stuff down on the field today to be able to help out with the organization of stuff on the floor. He also shot the game, so we look forward to going through those photos and putting those on Instagram. And of course, Vicky and Janelle always there talking about Ryan. Ryan Kraus came in clutch.
He did great with some cars.
The cars
noises.
Sound effects were great today. Great. Everybody did a great job. But ultimately, it was a super fun time. And I think that really rounds it out. I guess any closing thought? Closing thought on the experience now that you're one and only. 230 games up here, 1 down there.
1-0. 1-0. Stadium host. Ka-chow, and stay safe out there, everybody.
All right, Scott usually draws the broadcast to a conclusion with the phrase, stay safe out there. I'll just say Range Riders win 9-6 on Cars Day. It was spectacular, and thanks for playing along.